Hi everyone. Today's video is on understanding COVID-19 effects on our body. Interestingly, COVID-19 is not a new coronavirus. Coronavirus already existed before. SARS of 2003, MERS, another pandemic of 2012 are caused by coronavirus, and this COVID-19 is caused by SARS coronavirus type 2, which is a beta virus scientific name. And this is named as COVID-19 by the WHO because it started in 2019. When you are near a COVID infected person, when he talks, sneezes or coughs, that virus enters your nose, upper respiratory tracts, and it reaches the lungs. It mainly targets the respiratory system, and it reaches to the area where the gaseous exchange is taking place. It's the terminal area. They are like air sacs present at this terminal region where oxygen is being taken into the body and the carbon dioxide is being released into the lung to take out of your body. The virus enters the cells within the air spaces and starts multiplying in number. So to understand the mechanism, what is happening within the body, I'm going to explain this in the form of a small short story as a war between the virus and your body. Your body means the cells which are fighting the infections. Let's call them soldiers. So virus versus soldiers of your body. Because this is a new virus and body did not encounter this previously, once the war starts between the virus and our soldiers like monocytes, neutrophils, the components of white blood cells, some of our soldiers die. When they die, they release their cell components and also some chemical substances into your body. These have some positive and negative effects. The positive effects are like it starts alerting the surrounding cells to protect the non-infected cells. On the other hand, they start circulating within the body, giving messages like you have to produce more number of soldiers to fight this infection. And this explains the reason why these chemical substances are the reason why you exhibit symptoms of fever and muscle pains. The chemical substances that are released during the war between the virus and your soldiers start irritating the nerve endings that are present in your lung, which causes dry cough. This virus not only divides within the cells but also damages the walls of these air sacs where the oxygen and carbon dioxide exchange is taking place. So because of this micro damage, there is increased fluid flow between the air sac and the blood capillaries and also into this air sac. Imagine this is the air sac where the oxygen has to pass and carbon dioxide has to come through it, and it is filled with slight amount of fluid. So the oxygen and carbon dioxide exchange cannot happen. So this is the reason behind decreased oxygen levels where effective exchange of gases is not happening. Because of this, the oxygen reaching the body tissues also reduce. The body tissues starts sending signals to the brain that oxygen is not being enough. The brain starts sending signal to the lung, you have to breathe more air. That is why you have increased breathing rate. You start taking more number of breaths per minute. Once the brain comes to know that it's not in the hands of lungs are not able to function properly because of the fluid that is present in the air spaces, it starts sending signals to the heart to pump more harder and more number of times. So that increases the stress on the heart too, that is the cardiovascular system. Coming back to the role of these chemical messengers, they not only damage the epithelium and make gaseous exchange difficult, but also cause narrowing of the airways. This leads to difficulty in movement of air in and out of the lungs. So I think all these changes that are happening explains the symptoms of respiratory and cardiovascular system caused by the pathology of COVID-19 infection. The chemical messengers, on the other hand, have a small effect even on the liver. Liver is the main organ that secretes some digestive juices and enzymes which are responsible for digestion and also absorption of the nutrients that are present in the food. This explains the symptoms of stomach pain, diarrhea because of COVID-19 virus. During all this war, How is our body responding or fighting in an effective manner? One is your WBC count is being increased, increasing the monocytes, neutrophils, fighting the virus. On the other hand, there are some cells called macrophages that are eating off the virus. They not only eat the virus and also excrete it. When the excretion happens, there is a protein called the spike protein that is recognized by another immune cells of your body, T lymphocytes. They start making antibodies in your body, and these antibodies start acting on the virus and stop the attachment of virus to your cells and kill the virus. I hope this explains the majority of symptoms of COVID-19 virus: fever, body pains, shortness of breath, increased stress on the heart leading to cardiovascular symptoms, effect on liver causing stomach pain, diarrhea, etc. And if the symptoms are progressing, that leads to severe cases of pneumonia, which is shown in the symptoms as well as on the investigations like X-ray, CT scan, etc. So winning of this war depends upon the strength of the virus or the concentration of virus in your body, and also on the immunity of your body. If your immunity is higher than the concentration of the virus or the damage that is done in the body, you will win the war. If the virus is winning the war, it is leading to progressing of symptoms leading to severe cases which needs hospitalization. For milder cases, home quarantine with doctor's advice on medication and personal immunity boosting will work mostly. But if the symptoms are aggravating, you need hospitalization, which needs further interventions within the hospital. In any problem, if you look at the negative side and start worrying or getting scared, that doesn't solve the issue. So what is in your hands is looking at the positive side. The positive aspects of COVID-19 virus is that it's not as dangerous as the previous SARS and MERS virus, as long as you don't have other additional comorbidities. The recovery rate is higher than the mortality rate. All you have to do is you maintain the social distancing even though you are meeting your neighbors. Wear a mask. The recent guidelines of WHO say that it can also spread through air. The reason behind this might be it's very minute particles, very minute, that it has very less weight. It's not like a ball that falls down because of gravity. So when an infected person talks or sneezes or coughs again, the particles stay or remain in the air for a period of time, and during that period, if you are passing through that area, there are chances that you inhale those viruses into your respiratory system. So whenever you are going out, always wear a mask, thoroughly and properly wash your hands regularly, maintain social distance, always try following health measures that boost your immunity. In people with already existing comorbidities who have already altered normal functioning of the body systems, COVID-19 virus infection is putting extra stress on all the systems like respiratory system, cardiovascular system, renal system, digestive system. This is the reason why people with comorbidities show progressing of symptoms compared to normal individuals. I think this video explains what's happening within your body during this COVID-19 infection. Hope you like it. Thank you.